like this, even today, feels like a little bit of a shock when you get in the car the first time. This feels a little almost concept car like.
Yep.
Because you get in and there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there by way of buttons. There's just that 15-inch screen. There's no driver's instrument cluster. There's nothing. The steering has minimal buttons. There's one stalk, which is for the indicators, and
That's it. Yep.
that's it. And you're thinking like, man, no. Because this comes to my next favorite point, that touchscreens taking over our lives. I think, no, man, this is going to be a mess.
How is Tesla going to handle the new European laws that saying these many buttons must always be there?
So they do have the hazard button. It's on the roof with the cabin lights area over there. And the interesting thing was, the one thing that I was told through the as a product walkthrough was that, people worry about the screen conking off and then how will you drive, because there's no gear lever, there's no drive selector. Even that is done on the screen. Up there where the hazard switches, that console also has hidden buttons. You can't really see them. The lettering is there. When you look, you'll notice that there is park, reverse, neutral, drive, like that. It has those controls there. So in case the screen fails, in that situation, those buttons, when you long press them, they will get active.
Got it.
So you'll be able to use them then. So that is the fail-safe for the screen.
Got it.
Now, the screen is taking over a lot of the control. And let's quickly go through the rest of the cabin before I get to the screen, because we'll get into the driving then. Seats wide, you sit high. It does feel SUV in that sense. Lots of space. Tall people will not have a problem. This is an American size car in that sense, so space is really not going to be a challenge for anybody. Front both the seats are electrically adjustable. The rear seats, the seat back is motorized for folding and also for recline adjustment. So in the boot, you can press two buttons. So one half of the seats will flip down with each one, and that opens up the storage. And that's one thing we must talk about. The boot, on paper, it is ridiculous.
Okay.
It is 800 and something liters. It's like, think about it, 800 something liters, right?
Normally at 600, we're already saying, wow, what a
Yeah,
big boot.
800 something liters. And some places you'll find the number quoted as 900 something. That's when you add the frunk in. The frunk is another 122 liters or something like that.
Oh, not 14?
No, this is a proper frunk. And in that, the Tesla talk also is that you can use it as a, basically you can fill it up with ice and use it as a place to store your drinks and stuff like that, because they have a drainage bolt at the bottom of it. So, and it's, and I checked, then also the gasket on top is a proper positive fit kind of gasket. It goes and locks in. So it's a proper seal in that sense. So it's not complete BS. But how would you use it? I don't know.
Don't do what you're thinking you should be doing.
So coming back to the boot.
But you can't reach into the front from inside the car in any case, right?
And you can't reach into the front from the outside also. In the sense that there's no button to unlock it from the outside. Again, that is from the screen.
Okay.
Thankfully, the boot has a button on it to unlock it. And it's a motorized boot. It opens tall. The boot it'll seem long. It's long. But does it feel as capacious when you look at it? No, it doesn't. Because it has a couple of things in there. It's not as tall. If you use it with the rear parcel tray, which is also, and Tesla does these things which are really interesting because they're budget but cool at the same time. So like, let's say the parcel tray for the rear, right? It's like one of those shutter types. Like it's a 3-part thing which kind of folds and it collapses on top of each other. So when you put it out, it covers the base. It covers the boot. And when you want to push it away, it kind of goes and collapses onto the last piece. And how it fits onto the space where it's supposed to, the ridge on the side where it'll sit, it's got magnetic locks. So there's nothing else. It just, those magnets go and lock into place and that's it. Okay. Not what I would have thought as the ideal solution, but
seems
it's
to
not
work.
working. Yeah. So it was. So these are the strange things, and there's storage for it right in the boot, under the boot floor, and that's the thing. I think that massive boot volume comes from the storage even underneath the boot floor. The first portion of which is massive. Like you can easily put in an overnighter suitcase with some more soft luggage over there easily. It's big, and even at the second portion. There are two parts. So the second portion is a little shallow, but there's some storage underneath that as well. So when you add all of that in, then you can see like how it gets to 800 liters. But it requires a little bit of adjustment because if you're stacking bags, you can't put them on the edge because they'll be taller than the cover.
Roof. Yeah.
The cover,
The cover, not
the
roof.
roof is very high because it's again that hat style, right? So functionally, you can load a lot of stuff in here, no problem.
Got it. Where's
Right?
the spare wheel?
Good question. It doesn't have a spare wheel. So it comes with a mobility kit, which will be a inflator and the plug or whatever, the sealant liquid and stuff like that, which is, let's say, par for the course now.
Par for the 60 lakh rupee EV course.
See, more and more cars are moving to this any which way, and this seems to be the direction we're
Okay.
going to see.
You were talking about the rear seat. Got distracted by the boot.
Sorry, yeah. So the rear seat, again, very spacious, but it feels a little plain in terms of the seat base is flat. Even the contouring for the seats is a little flat. The seat back angle, like I said, could be adjusted electronically. So there's an 8-inch screen where the center console is, the console between the front seats is. And that seat allows you to control the front passenger seat. You want to move it forward. And see, again, this whole thing about not giving you the horsepower and torque in one way just feels like this is dumbassery, right? But you also see that they're trying to simplify stuff in a way, right? This is how do you understand what horsepower is? And we've said this, like electric horsepower versus ice horsepower.
Yeah,
doesn't
it doesn't
relate,
make-
right?
yeah, there's no connection.
Okay, fine. But in this, when you have those boss controls, so to speak, boss controls, in this, there's just one button. So the assumption is if you're sitting in the back and you want to move the front seat, it's because you want to chill out. So that one button does both the functions of folding the front seat forward and moving it forward, and it happens in one smooth go. That's very nice. And I looked at that and I thought, yeah, that again makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the back seat, could it have a little bit more under thigh support? Yeah, sure, it could. But the amount of space available, because the front seats are set high, the amount of footroom again available there is massive. So you can stretch out a little bit. For me, as a shorter occupant there, the one thing I felt was that the front seats are quite tall in front of you. So when I folded it away, it was better. It felt more relaxing then. And the seats has this leatherette material finish. It looks and feels premium enough. So yeah, that's the back seat. Does it have sunshades? No, it doesn't. Should it have had them? I think so. Does it have a sunroof? No, it doesn't. Does it have a glass roof? Yes, it does. The entire roof is glass. They said it's a triple something layer thing, so it blocks out the heat. What I can tell you is in the time that we drove it, and we spent about 5 hours with the car, driving pretty much out with it.
And on a reasonably sunny day, despite the rains, these have been dry days for us.
Correct. These days have been cool. Clear.
Clear and therefore dry and hot.
Yeah. So in that, the difference that I can tell you is in those moments of when you were out directly in the sun for extended times, did you feel the heat radiating from top or from the sides? It was from the sides. I would feel it on my hands.
But not on your shoulders, on your head or whatever.
So that whatever we could feel in this much time, it was definitely radiating in more from the windows than from the
And can you close the roof off with a...
No, it doesn't even have a shade.
Got it.
So the back seat, functional, usable. Even for 3 people in the back, interestingly, what they've done is the floor console, it's shaped such that they've created space even for the middle passenger for their feet. So little details like that, which are good.
That is a clip from MotorInc. And what that means is if you'd like to see more of these, you can do 2 things. One is stay on this channel, subscribe and watch more, or you can come to the main MotorInc channel where you'll find a much longer video that discusses this idea in a lot more detail.